But Suzanne said she now realises why I am the way I am after spending like a week with them.
Well, they told her that they dropped you on your head as a kid, or
no, just like the way they act and that.
right, yeah.
No, they were saying things like, Suzanne, so why is the moon out at night and the sun in the day? Oh God,
yeah.
Oh God, there's 3 of them.
Suzanne, can you tie my shoelaces again?
It was the bit when my dad said, "Don't waste money on a coffin for him, just put him in a bin bag."
Your father said that about himself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm glad you mentioned that, because
That is great.
that gives me an idea.
Coldplay, God Put a Smile Upon Your Face on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Reading the paper yesterday, they were talking about the fact that Blair has been, I think, he's been in Greece, discussing EU matters.
Oh, yeah.
And they used the old Trojan horse analogy to say, here's a particular policy, and it seems like they're trying to sneak in some kind of dubious idea.
Disguised to something else.
Exactly. And it's always struck me, ever since I was first introduced to the Trojan horse theory, I never understood how it come about. Do you know what I mean?
So Karl has got a frown on him, like a thing I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Karl, do you know what
Tony Blair is the Prime Minister.
you know what the Trojan horse was?
Go on.
Have you come across this before? Have you heard of it before?
Wasn't that Ascot or anything? Go on.
Well, the Trojan horse, what happened was, it's a famous kind of Greek story, about the fact that, the Greeks...
In olden times, Karl, olden times, specifically.
The 70s.
Yeah.
The Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years.
Waiting.
Basically, things had got out of hand. I think the Trojans had done something with Helen, and someone else was annoyed. Anyway, it all got very complicated. It got out of hand, and the
the Helen, the one with the mashed up face, because they used to use it to launch ships.
Anyway, the Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years, right? And they weren't getting anywhere. They were outside the gates. They were saying, "Let us in." They weren't. They were. Blah, blah, blah. So what they did was they all disappeared. They
wanted to get in and kill everyone.
Yeah,
that's why they wouldn't be letting in.
But they couldn't get inside the city walls. So what they did was they left as a gift for the Trojans. They left an enormous wooden horse, okay, as a gift, and then they all buggered off.
Like 40 foot high, 50 foot long. I mean, a big,
big wooden horse.
An arc of a horse.
And the Trojans wheeled it into the city.
So that's nice.
Thought, what a lovely gift.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, who was hiding inside? But the entire Greek army. They leapt out, killed everyone in their sleep.
Yeah.
Alright, and that's where that famous idea of a Trojan horse has come from, sneaking something in, disguised as something else. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay?
So if you ever... Yeah.
He doesn't really understand, does he?
No, but to be honest, nor do I.
Well, this is the problem I've always had with this. Because I don't understand who comes up with the idea. I mean,
I can't think that was the best idea.
Well, no.
There must be other ways. If they come up with that, how long did it take them to go? When they said, one before said, whoa, can I have a word?
Go on,
General.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Build a big horse, right? Hide inside it, and then, I know what you're thinking, they won't let us in even in the horse.
Yeah.
Leave it as a gift.
Brilliant. Right, who are you? That's the best idea. Are you the guy that came up with, why don't we get a giant bra and twing everyone over the wall?
Yeah. Let's get a 100-foot ruler, and like at school we used to like flick the teacher's ass with like right, I could flick you over one at a time.
Right.
On this giant ruler.
Thanks for your idea. It's on the table.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of suggestions on the way.
What about 1 million elastic bands tied together? Yeah, and you all hold it down, and then I just let you go.
Right.
And you all ping over, and then you kill him in their sleep.
You're the best tactician we've got, are you?
What? The other thing is, right? These people for some reason open the door.
Well, I don't understand. Firstly, there's suddenly, the army that's laid siege to them for 6 years has disappeared. In their place, an enormous gift of a giant wooden horse.
Oh, they probably don't want to kill us now, but what they've done is they've built us a
they built us a great gift. Presumably there was a giant kind of card or something, something for you, sorry about the laying siege and everything, forgive you. Yeah. Here's an enormous gift, here's an enormous Trojan horse. We know it's what you've always wanted.
We're not inside it.
Exactly.
Why did they write that?
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
But
wheel it in anyway.
But in terms of it as an idea initially, I mean, we're going to give him a gift. Well, what should we do? We could bake an enormous quiche, be inside that. We could have an enormous soap on a rope as it's the fact that it's an enormous horse, an enormous wooden horse as a gift anyway. I don't know if this was a popular gift at the time, but it's also the stupidity of the Trojans saying, brilliant, I've always wanted an enormous wooden horse. Well, what are we going to do with it? Where are we going to
wheel
put
it in anyway. Leave
Just
it.
wheel it in
Look, wheel
anyway.
it in. Let's go to sleep. Let's worry about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's this idea of someone going, right, is this definitely the best idea? And they go, yeah, and they look to the carpenter.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, we've got to get wood.
We've got to get on with it. Well, you haven't put a door in.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get up
Doesn't it
there?
look like a horse?
It is.
It's the worst horse I've ever seen. Why, it looks like a cow.
Well, yeah, the udder's where we hide. There's a horse.
It's got no tail.
That's the rope that you climb up.
But I don't know if it's one of those things where, again, because we kind of learn these things at school, that somewhere along the line, the truth of it has disappeared, and we are...
Well, I imagine it lost a bit in translation.
Yeah.
Because, in Eohippus in Greek means a giant tank.
Right,
So that actually was a Sherman.
Yeah.
And it burst through and it shot them all.
Yeah.
But of course, down the years, they've tried. Look at Carl's face. Look at Carl's face. If everyone on webcam, Carl, just keep that face and look up to the camera. Right? Just, right, get a look at that now. Play a record, Carl. Educating Carl, we should bring that back.
We should bring that back.
Yeah? What do you want to learn about next week?
We've told you about the Trojan horse.
Know anything about any freaks?
Placebo. This picture on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Right.
So you've been educated there, haven't you? The
Yeah,
Trojan horse.
Yeah.
The Trojan horse. And that's of course where the phrase, beware Greeks bearing gifts, comes from.
Silence again.
Yeah. You ever heard of that one?
Go on. What's that again?
Beware Greeks bearing gifts.
Right.
What do you think that means?
I don't know. I mean, what is that? Is that used worldwide or what? Will he say that in Greece as well, or? Because I imagine Christmas Day is rubbish.
No, it doesn't actually mean beware of Greeks bearing gifts. It's more to do with, like, maybe it's too good to be true, or, you know. It's the opposite to don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Well, that's probably where it came from as well.
Justin from Southend emailed in, he just said, for the Trojans not to have spotted that it was a trick, they must have been the biggest bunch of moronic, ever to have walked the earth. Does Carl have any Trojan in him by any chance?
Cheeky, innit?
Eh?
What?
Never mind. No, I think that probably proves it.
I thought of another one like as well. I was saying, you may as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb.
I don't think I've heard that. I have heard it, but I don't think I've ever used it in common parlance.
Well, it's like, if you're gonna do something, you know, you might as well go the whole hog, depending on the outcome. Because it's based on reality. That's why I like it, because obviously the poor people used to poach, and if they were caught stealing, you know, a sheep or anything, they would be hung. So if you're gonna get caught, don't steal a lamb, you know, at least feed your family for a few weeks.
Right, sure.
Kill a sheep.
Yeah.
Actually hung for killing a sheep.
Oh, your dad would be in trouble, down in Wales, stealing stuff from that, from that phone box.
Well, he has a couple of sayings, right?
Your father?
Yeah, I've never asked him what they mean.
Why would you? Ask Suzanne.
One is, don't try and teach your granny to suck eggs.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means, it's patronising of course I know that. You're talking to someone who knows more about this subject than you.
But how did that happen then? How did that saying come about?
Well, it's not. It's a totally made up thing. It's like, your granny sucks eggs, doesn't she? Because she's older than you, and it's probably a lost art or something.
Alright. And the other one,
Sucks eggs?
Sucks
Yeah.
eggs, yeah.
Sucks eggs. Sorry, I thought you said something else.
Don't nudge your granny when she's shaving.
What?
Sorry?
Don't nudge your granny while she's shaving.
Don't nudge your... Sorry, say that slower, I can't...
Don't nudge your granny when she's having a shave.
Well, what is that in context? Because I can't work out what the analogy is there, because that might just be you when you were little, you used to run up to your granny while she was shaving or something.
But why is your granny shaving?
Well, no, what context is that said in? Tell me the last time your dad ever said that, and I'll try and work out what it means.
Can't remember. I don't
Are you sure these aren't specific to your granny?
I was just saying, where are you nudging your granny? She was going, get lost, Carl.
She was shaving off her moustache.
Or giving herself a Brazilian.
Oh, God. That's grotesque. Suck an egg. Suck that instead.
Oh, God. That's made it worse. Carl's granny sucking eggs. Whilst that is my...
a Brazilian. We've no idea. I don't know what that means. Don't nudge your granny while she's shaving. What,
Yeah. Parmesan? I don't know. Maybe someone knows. You might be right, maybe.
Well, email in. Tell us.
Yeah.